Wow, some massive news pushing crypto higher today. We're going to dive into it. What it means for XRP, guys. We got a lot to unpack, a lot to digest here in the video. Make sure you guys go ahead and drop your X's right now in the chat. Let me know you're here. I need every single one of you who are seeing this video to let me know you guys are alive and well in this market. Let me know you're here. Drop that X down there, smash the like button. Let's run this baby up. A lot to dive into, a lot to unpack here, from the institutional flows to some massive news that has come out. And it does relate heavily to XRP. We got some XRP specific news. We got some macro news to talk about. Last night, Jerome Powell went on stage basically telling us that QT is ending. And this is super bullish for risk on assets like XRP. He also basically signaled that next week we're going to get another interest rate cut in the United States. The market, in my opinion, starting to price it in. So when XRP dipped down to 180, 185, what a blessing that was to pick up and scoop up XRP under $2. Back up to 217. We'll take a look at some price action a little bit later on in the video. Stick around until the end. We're going to get you in and out on your way, but jam-packed with a ton of great insight, ton of great info here for you. So I'll share my screen with you guys, and we will get into it here. I'll put myself up top. I want to start just by taking a look at the overall market. We're back up over 3 trillion. Good thing there. We're still in extreme fear on the fear and greed index. Altcoin season still got a ways to go in order to get 70% of the top 100 altcoins over Bitcoin. Bitcoin continuing to drive things forward. But all in all, we needed some good news, right? Now, we got some great news on the macro, some great news when it comes to institutional adoption. And so this was Reese Merrick, Senior Executive Officer, Managing Director of Middle East and Africa for Ripple. We know that these are two regions that are really being prioritized right now for Ripple and XRP. He said, as someone on the inside at Ripple, I couldn't be more excited about the work we're doing to set a new standard in institutional digital asset custody. So it says here, Akashe perfectly captures what drives us every day. In this space, trust isn't a nice to have, it's the foundation of everything. With Ripple's enterprise-grade custody solution, we're delivering the kind of bank-level security, regulatory compliance, and seamless integration that institutions have been asking for. Whatever the future of value looks like, we're building the infrastructure that can securely support it at scale. This isn't just technology, it's the resilient backbone the entire industry needs to move forward with confidence. So this is head of information and security. He says in digital assets, security isn't a feature, it's the foundation of institutional trust. Effective custody requires defense, in-depth architecture, battle-tested cryptography, and the governance rigor of a global financial institution. The stakes are too high for anything less. And Ripple put all this together in order to capture the value of the projected $16 trillion tokenized economy, which we're going to get a little bit more deeper into RWA and what BlackRock recently said. Institutions are going to need more than just storage. They need resilience. At Ripple, we provide a secure environment that mirrors the rigor of the banks we serve, but legitimate integration with the global financial system requires verification. That is why we strictly adhere to SOC 2 Type 2 and ISO 27001 standards, ensuring your infrastructure is not just powerful, but also compliant. Now, here's a fun piece that came out. Definitely going to be bullish long term. This is a major shift for Vanguard. They are going to now allow trading for spot crypto ETFs on its platform. It'll give 50 million plus clients access to funds holding Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and Solana. Those four in particular, it seems as if these four right now are being selected as highest priority for the institutions. Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana. XRP, of course, in that bunch. Got some crazy news from Franklin Templeton, too. I'll talk about that. That is something I have been waiting for. I think we're going to see a lot more of it. Before we get there, though, I got to tell you about what's going on with BlackRock. Okay, so BlackRock put this out. Tokenization is shaping the next evolution of global markets. And in an article in The Economist, Larry Fink and Rob Goldstein discussed how tokenization is going to modernize market infrastructure, enhance efficiency, transparency, and access by connecting TradFi to DeFi. So a great piece there. And of course, Ripple's tied into all of this because the work they're doing with Ondo Finance. Who's backing Ondo? BlackRock. So BlackRock and Ripple are 1 degree from separation there, with Ondo kind of being the glue there together and all of that. Now, in response to this, Christopher Merkins, who is a big player in the CFTC, which they handle commodities, said, yes, BlackRock manages 13.46 trillion. Their portfolio management system, Aladdin, manages about 22 trillion. So when this when the CEO says that tokenization could transform markets, you need to pay attention. They have the infrastructure base and the distribution to make this happen. There's no doubt they're shifting. They're shifting big time into tokenization. Now, this is also something that I wanted to highlight, something that came in yesterday. And let's see here. Huge news out of Singapore. The Monetary Authority of Singapore has approved an expanded scope of payment activities for major payment institution license, enabling them to deliver end-to-end fully licensed payment services to their customers in the region. So that came out. So Ripple now has its license in Singapore, and they can now offer payment services using RLUSD and XRP in the world's second richest country, which is pretty wild. Now, the other thing that came out that I thought was huge, a lot of people miss this too. Let me find it. Let me see here. Franklin. Oh, you know what? I put it on my actual public profile here. Scroll down. There it is right here. That's what I'm looking for. Check this out, guys. Franklin Templeton announced they are launching Easy Peasy. It is a crypto index ETF. A crypto index ETF that is going to offer exposure to, ready, Bitcoin, Cardano, Chainlink, Doge, Ethereum, Solana, XLM, and XRP. Again, you'll find Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and XRP in the mix, along with some other altcoins there in there as well. But XRP, part of it, this crypto index ETF kind of this is going to be huge. This, in my opinion, is how the institutions want to gain exposure, right? Now, I want to take a look at the overall market. We'll come right back after a quick word from iTrust Capital. Quick shout out to today's sponsor, iTrust Capital, guys, the #1 crypto IRA platform in America. If you're stacking Bitcoin, you're stacking ETH or gold, silver, but you're not doing it inside a tax-advantaged IRA, you're leaving money on the table. iTrust Capital lets you trade crypto 24/7 inside your retirement account with no monthly fees and simple, transparent pricing. The setup takes just minutes. Your assets stay with institutional grade custody partners, and you keep more of your gains long term thanks to the tax benefits. So if you're serious about building wealth, use my link down below. Start your crypto IRA today with iTrust Capital. And for my viewers only, you will get a $100 deposit bonus when you sign up today. So we're back here inside the chart of XRP, and shout out to iTrust Capital. They're a phenomenal sponsor. You guys can buy and hold XRP long-term with tax advantages as well. So if you're interested in that, make sure you check out the iTrust Capital link down below. We're going to give you a $100 funding bonus on top. They are a fantastic sponsor. So happy to be working with those guys. We're taking a look at the weekly chart here on XRP. And we are back down to where we were kind of in the middle of the year, just hovering around the $2 range. But what we're seeing is potentially a slow trend reversal happening, right? Right around this $2 level. Very similar to what we saw back in here in June when we were hovering in this range exactly. And then we popped all the way up to 363. So we're looking for that clean breakout. We haven't got it just yet, but we do have a possible retracement up on last week's candle, signaling that we could have a local bottom being formed rather on the charts. Now, a lot of this is going to hinge on Bitcoin. The market still goes with BTC. Okay. Now, one good thing is on the technical side of XRP, we're pretty neutral. Our oscillators are showing a buy. We're getting good momentum. We got buy signals when looking at the MACD levels. And then moving averages is where we need to do some work. Now, in order to reclaim some of our moving averages here, our longer term moving average, our 200-day, which is the one I always like to pay attention to because it just gives us more data. Our EMA 200-day is 250. Once we reclaim that 250 range, then I get really excited about making a push toward $4. Okay. Now, keep in mind, I'm not telling you XRP is going to $100 overnight. Like some of these folks, giving you realistic expectations, short term insight. Very bullish on Bitcoin, very bullish on XRP long term, right? But we're still kind of in this rough patch for right now in terms of getting more clarity and certainty in the markets, right? But overall, guys, looking really, really good. Wanted to highlight all of these big news stories and what it means for us long term. This is why you subscribe to the channel. You get actual real news and information, real analysis, not some hype, crazy talk, right? So appreciate you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys, coming to this channel and getting your insights, and love hearing from you in the comments. Make sure you guys are locked in, subscribe to the channel as well, and we'll see you all in the next one.